This is Hardy Brute, and today I'm going to be playing Ball X Pit. It's a variation of Brick Break, but with 3D models, a lot more depth to it, and a lot more meta progression and roguelike elements. So let's get it started. Between runs, you build up a town, you unlock buildings, you unlock crops, woods. All of it's to give your characters buffs, and also to unlock new characters. This is the first character we've unlocked, and he starts with the Fireball, so he does burning damage. The starting character has a big metal spiked ball, and he does bleeding damage from the start. Enemies can do damage if you get too close, or if they touch the bottom of the screen. And as you level up, you get random stat points. We got Dexterity, which increases our crit chance and our fire rate. We also get a new ability, so we can do horizontal lasers with our next ball. That sounds pretty good. And you can already see it in action. Nice. That's going to be really good for our area effect. You have a pool of health in the bottom, and you have to pick up the XP yourself. But so far this game is pretty fun. Strength is going to increase our base damage. And we can level up our Fireball or get the Ethereal Ball, which passes through enemies, dealing 25% damage. Ideally, you want to level up your skills as fast as possible because you can combine them, evolve them, and fuse them. Fusing is basically just duplicating the skills on the same balls, so one ball will have both skill sets. Evolution often does something completely different, and you need two specific balls to evolve them. And when we max out our balls, we'll get these swirling little lights. That's when we can evolve them. But right now, they just give us free levels. And I know for a fact there is a horizontal and a vertical laser, so I'm sure that one evolves. Get more dexterity, more crit, more fire rate. You can heal past max, or balls start off slow, but then they get faster and faster. Let's just max out the laser for now. I think getting balls and getting damage is the best thing you can do for yourself to control the waves. But I may even evolve the laser with the fire. Having the entire row take burn damage, that sounds pretty good too. Endurance just increases our health, 10 HP. The Iron Ball, double damage but it's slow. The Freeze Ball, chance to freeze and they take more damage. Or you can increase the area effect of lasers, earthquakes, and lightning. I'm really looking for poison to try to combine it with the fire, so I'm going to roll. I got lightning and I got bleed. Lightning is pretty good. It has more area effect, hits 3 of them, so we can fuse. But I really don't want to fuse, I want to see what the evolutions are. Fusion is just a straight up combination. So now our lightning is max too. And perhaps that has a evolution waiting for us. But right now we have some decent area damage. And our single target is just okay. The only thing we really have is the fire. So I'd either like to spread the fire around or focus that single target even better. I think fire and poison would do that. Giving us 2 types of damage over time. So we got speed this time. So we get ball speed and movement speed from that. So catching a special ball will launch a bunch of baby balls. I think that's the best one so far. It's either that or more area damage, or it's a weird gimmicky launch the ball towards the back and it does more damage. But you can already see there's a lot more baby balls flying around. So we have 3 fusions now. Let's combine the lightning with the burn. So we can spread the fire around. Unfortunately, we did not find the poison. We just got a bunch of passives last time. Get more health. And we found the vertical laser as well. That's perfect, because I'm pretty sure those will combine. We've made it about a third of the way through the level, and now it's getting bigger. And this is our first mini-boss. We can test our damage now. Because our area effect is really nice. We haven't really even been threatened. Get more speed. Balls deal more damage. Increase the movement speed. The bottle tornado. Let's level that up. 2 to 3 baby balls now. So let's manage the sides while we're trying to take out the middle as well. And maybe we can wedge it in between so it bounces a bunch. We are spreading the fire a lot. Our single target is pretty bad though, and it's definitely coming down to the wire. He is, oh, we got him, nice. So we level up endurance. We can level up the vertical. And we already got the fuser, so hopefully we'll find another one now that it's max level. We also found a blueprint, which is a building you can build. So all characters start with +1 dex. That's part of the meta progression. You build the city, you build the town, and all your characters are affected. But as you can see, +1 point as you level up, 1 more in dex, or speed, or health, they aren't really going to affect the game all that much. Maybe strength would be a big buff. But a little more crit and a little more attack speed really aren't going to change anything. We did find another fuser, nice. Wind passes through all the enemies, but it does 25% less damage. Babies do more damage. I think I'd rather get the extra ball for right now. And we did get an evolution, that must be the lasers. So vertical and horizontal? What possible shape could it make? Ooh, the holy laser, nice. 20 to 30 damage to all enemies. Ooh, and it turned white. That looks really cool. That is awesome. And now it's just the single ball, too. So now our area damage should be quite a bit better. And if we can somehow fuse that with something. And if we can somehow fuse that with the fire, the poison, anything really, we're going to be hitting a lot, and we're going to be doing a lot of damage over time. Might get some more speed. Increase crit, increase crit. When you hit them on the right side, or when you hit them in the column. Let's keep going the pickup. The XP does go away if you don't pick it up. It also falls off the map. So far this wave is pretty easy. We have quite a bit of area damage. We still have 1 more level on the Holy Hand Grenade. This is my 2nd or 3rd time playing until we unlocked this fire character. But it was pretty common to have being overrun, have the enemies go all the way to the bottom and attack you. So we've had a lot of damage right now. The freeze ball, get the earthquake ball, that's just more area damage. So it hits in a 3x3 and it does a little crackling on the ground. So hopefully we'll have enough damage to kill the actual boss. Since our area damage is great. We also may be able to just combine all of the balls together and just have 1 super ball. That'd be pretty cool. Would have massive area damage. It would do a little bit of damage over time. But it also adds the base damage to each time. So the ball itself, just as basic attack hit, does a lot of damage. But so you don't really lose all that much by combining the balls. If anything, it's better for attacking the elites and the boss. We got +1 to leadership, which I think increases our baby balls. More damage. Let's upgrade the earthquake. Right now we should be able to fuse 1 thing. I'm going to try to get the 3rd level up on earthquake before we get the evolution. If I can. Pretty close to leveling. Got intelligence. Gives us AoE and status effect, and passive power, whatever that means. We got level 3 earthquake, nice. So hopefully we can kill. Ooh, now we get to fuse. Unlocks a new character, cool. 3 fusions and 1 evolution. Well, I gotta evolve. The wind and the earthquake, let's see what that does. The sandstorm, cool. Raging storm dealing 9 to 7 damage per second and blinding nearby enemies. It also keeps his pass-through ability and it does an area effect damage. That's a little swirling around it, that looks really cool. We're getting overrun a bit. We spent a long time on that elite. And even more leadership. So our baby balls is up to 6 count now. So we can get more health. Baby balls do more damage. Balls go through enemies but deal 25% bonus damage until they hit the backfield. So that makes every single ball a wind ball. That'll actually help a bunch to clear these little guys out. It's pretty important to pick them up though. That passive may have been a mistake though. We did clear out the field dramatically. The balls are all stuck at the top up there. So we got more intelligence, more area damage. We can use a freeze ball, a wind ball, or midnight oil, so we do more damage to burning enemies. Let's just get an extra ball. So hopefully here we can maintain it. We're almost to the boss. But we took a lot of damage when our balls ran away. See, they were still stuck up there. All the baby balls too. They pass through till they hit the end of the top of the field, and then they just get stuck up there. So it's a pretty strong passive, but it can also kill you if you're surrounded by enemies. Luckily the health potions seem like a pretty common drop, so we should be able to heal up before we fight the boss even. Oh, we just got one right there. Leadership, so our baby balls are stronger. Upgrade this sandstorm. Try to burst down these guys in the front before our balls run away. Nice. So I feel safer. We're almost to the boss. It's the last little hurrah. Sandstorm is a pretty cool ball though. And it'd be even cooler if we didn't have that passive skill. That makes all of our balls act like that. More dexterity, so we get a little bit of crit, and we attack a bit faster. But the amount of crit you get per stat points is incredibly small. Fire rate is pretty big though, 0.5. Ooh, looks like we're gonna fight the boss now. The last few runs I did, I died before I actually made it to the boss. So I'm not even sure what this is going to entail. It's a big walking skeleton, alright. Hopefully our single target will be good enough. Ooh, I like that the entire progression bar changed into his health bar. That's pretty cool. He fires a lot of arrows. It makes those movement speed buffs really worth it that I skipped out on. He summoned some enemies? Okay, okay. And he stopped moving forward. He's like half dead though. The explosions come from his mouth and his hands when they hit down. And they're all targeted. So as long as you set up space for you to run around, he's really not that bad. And he's almost dead. Our one ball hits for 300. I hope that's our fireball. And the pass-through should kill him. Plus 600 gold, nice. One more until the next lift upgrade is unlocked. Plus 0.05 status effect power. Well, that would have helped with our burning. Or poison if we do with poison. So you level up the characters as well, and this just increases their starting stats. We can select an upgrade for the harvest element of the game. The little mini game you play. So we did 207,000 damage with the Holy Hand Grenade. And our burning ball did 145,000. So let's unlock the third character, and I'll show off the little harvest game. So you set up buildings, you set up forest, wheat, wood. The new hero is going to cost 5 wood, and we currently only have 3 wood, so let's build another forest. And then you physically launch yourself for 7 seconds and you bounce around. And any resource or construction you hit helps build that building, or gives you the resources. So we got the wheat, we got the wood, we got all the wood we need, plus 3. Nice, so we built the new building and we get the new hero. The haunted house. So I just put that in the corner. This is our third character. He starts with the freeze ball. Balls deal 5% more damage each time they bounce. But when they hit the back wall, they return to the player, damaging each enemy they pass through. And that really only sounds like a benefit. Our burning mage actually shot twice as fast. And the starting warrior, who has just bleed ball, he has no special ability. So this one sounds pretty cool. 5% more damage per bounce. So we need one more gear, or one more time to beat the boss, and then we might be able to go to a new area as well. I'm really excited to see new balls, new areas, all sorts of things. The evolution and the fusion aspect is really fun. So every time there's a bounce, we do more damage. So I'm going to try to focus on hitting the left wall, and also hitting above them so they bounce back a lot. And we get more dexterity, so we attack faster. The ghost ball is similar to the wind ball. Let's get the burn ball. Maybe fire and ice will combine. That'd be pretty cool. We didn't actually get the freeze ball last time. It was the first time I played the game that I got the poison ball. I haven't been able to showcase it off yet. But there's a small chance to freeze, and if they do freeze, they take 25% more damage. Burning is just automatic. Once again, our damage is pretty good at the start. The starting hero, who has no ability and he does the bleed, he kinda sucks. Let's level up the fire first. I'd like to max out our balls, then see if they evolve, rather than spreading ourselves too thin with a bunch of balls. Ooh, we finally get a freeze off. And it stops their movement, that's pretty strong. Because that's the only way they can damage us. Unless they are archers. More dexterity. We get a big iron ball, deals double damage. But let's roll these away. And we've only gotten passives now. Increased crit chance on the left side. Increased damage until they hit the back of the field, which is actually really bad for us. Increased ball launch speed. Let's see what that does. That could potentially mean more bounces too. Ooh, we get the +5 on that one, nice. So now we got 2 balls that are max level. So now we can look for a third ball and also try to evolve it if it can evolve. That speed is really nice for us. We get a lot more bounces going on. And when this character's ability activates, the balls actually get sucked towards him, so you don't have to run around the map trying to pick them up. And I like that aspect a lot. So we can get Vampire Ball, we can get a double damage ball, but it goes slow. Well, one of our passives already negates the slow, so let's go for the big damage. That'd be really good for the elites as well. So far we've gotten some pretty good balls and some pretty good passives. And we're doing a lot of damage. We can kill the enemies almost as they spawn. So I feel quite safe in this run so far. And we're getting pretty close to the first elite that we have to fight. And when we get the bounces going on, they just get obliterated. But our final ball from the last run did about 300 damage. So we're still a ways off. Doing about 80s right now. And it seems like each character has different stat points as well, so they sort of specialize. We get the ghost or the vertical laser. We did lasers last time, so I think I'm going to roll this away. The egg sac summons baby balls. That's interesting. Or we can upgrade our double damage ball. So I'm going to try to get the level 3 in all my balls, but that egg sac seems really interesting. I like the insect element. I'm going to get one more level before I get this fusion, in case our iron ball is able to evolve with one of these 2 things that we have. Because the amount of evolution items you get is limited per run. You only get like 5 or 6. Okay, level up. I'm going to try to roll for the iron ball. And we're out of gold, but we did find poison. So let's get the trinket. We still have an evolution. So that has to be the fire and ice. Yeah, so fire and ice evolves. Frozen Flame. Add 1 stack of Frostburn on hit for 20 seconds. Max 4 stacks. They take 8 to 12 damage, and they take 25% more damage from all sources. So they don't even have to freeze anymore. That is incredibly strong. It also has a lingering debuff, and a chance to freeze debuff that kind of just stays for 4 to 5 seconds. So that's pretty cool. That should be really good for single target damage. Because it can stack up to 4 times. And it's actually increasing my poison damage right now. Get poison level 2. I still really wanted to combine poison and fire because I'm pretty sure those should combine. Because they do basically the same thing. It's just damage over time. That is something I've noticed with the game, with the lightning, the earthquake, wind, and ethereal. They all sort of do a very similar thing, but they call it something different. So I'll be interested when this game actually comes out and they kind of flesh out the balls or they add more balls. Let's get the egg sac or the earthquake. Giving area effect to the poison or even our frozen flame is going to be really good. I think I'll have to do an entirely different run if I want to do the egg sac. Something that's really into leadership. We gain flat damage and we gain 2 to 4 frostburn damage, which can stack up to 4 times. So he took 200. I think that might be the basic attack because it's turned blue. I don't think our 20 damage frostburn can get that high. But we're doing some decent damage now. I'd really like to fuse that earthquake with something, but I mean, I need levels, man. We gained a lot of levels early on, so it's going to be harder to get the rest of these levels. Our balls and abilities are pretty unique, and they look really cool, but I definitely feel like they're weaker than the last time we played. Just because we're getting pushed back, too. So we get more leadership. Increase the earthquake or the poison. Let's get the poison to max level. You can see if it did not fuse with the heavy one. So let's just get the upgrade levels. Hopefully these will hit earthquake. So we need 1 more earthquake, and then we can see if it evolves or we can fuse it with something. Either way, it's a win, because it'll turn into an area effect. So giving area effect to the poison or the frostburn would be really good. Ideally combining all of these balls together, just to have 1 single ball, would be amazing. But we're coming up to the second elite if we can clear out these guys without dying. And we're only going to get 3, maybe 4 fusions opportunities left. We got jumped there. Try to wedge the balls in so they bounce a bunch. More intelligence, so more area damage. We got the earthquake, nice. So now we just need an evolution for sure. And that guy did not drop us one. We are a bit in the danger zone until we can fuse these, because our area damage is pretty bad. Really only earthquake doing the work. And look at all those blue numbers. Our fire and ice does a lot of single target damage. And it self-buffs too. We got up to 300 on that one. 25% damage is no joke. Nice, we got another evolution. The poison and the earth. And it creates it's the swamp ball. It leaves behind tar blobs over time. Tar blobs deal 16 to 33 damage. It causes a slow of 50%. And it also gives stacks of poison, which can stack up to 8 times. So the stack damage is less than the fire and ice, but there are more of them. Ooh, and those are the little tar balls. They look like little smoke clouds going forwards. It's not so much leaving them behind as it's pushing them forwards. Let's level up our swamp. And ideally we could use that to fuse it with the fire and ice. So we get 2 different types of damage over time, and we get an area effect. That would be extremely strong. So we need one more level, and we should get a fuser from this elite in the middle. The balls themselves actually block projectiles. So the fact that we're firing so many projectiles, so many baby balls, so it's blocking the projectiles, we're not really in any danger. Let's sort of wedge the balls between the up and the lower level, so we can really focus the damage on the elite. And it's just destroying the back line back there. Nice, we got a level. I really want to level up the swamp. So let's roll, and we found it. Nice. So now we should hopefully be able to fuse those two balls. Fusing two different evolutions should make a really powerful ball. Got another level up. We could get another ball, or we could just get the passive, which is more fire rate, which is more bounces. We found the barracks as well, which will give us +1 strength from the start, so that's just more base damage. So we can combine the swamp and the frozen flame. This is going to be awesome. So it should combine and keep all the stats. So it does 240 damage. It does 5 poison damage that can stack up to 8 times. It adds a debuff, a 50% slow. And it does 16 frostburn damage that can stack up to 5 times as well. It adds a debuff to take more damage, and it does area damage the entire time. So it doesn't do significantly more damage, but it's a lot more focus damage, and look at that area, all those things are getting poisoned. They're all getting chilled, and they all have a chance to be frozen as well. So our area damage went up an insane amount. We got more max life. Yeah, we can't level up these balls to level 3 probably, but let's just get the wind ball. Get some penetration, get a little more damage going on. Because we're pretty close to the boss. Once we clear all these monsters out, it's probably going to show up. And the wind ball is just flying towards the back line. But the wind ball is really good for our ability too. Because as soon as it hits the back, it gets sucked back towards us and does extra damage. But our wave clear is insane now. And if they live long enough, they'll just keep getting stacks and stacks of more damage. So we should destroy the boss. Get more speed, we're going to fire faster. Let's get the movement speed for the boss. Ooh, that is a lot of speed. We are flying now. And we're just clearing so easily. We get one more fuser. Is it going to allow us to combine our super ball with the heavy ball? No, we just get upgrades. Because then we have a chance to do double damage too. That would be crazy. I think most of our real damage comes from the stacks though. Even more health. And let's grab a random ball. Let's get the lightning. A bit more damage. It never hurts. We're getting pretty close to the boss now. We're also killing stuff really fast. It spawns and it just about dies. Yeah, there was a time that we almost died though. When we had very little area damage. We had sort of good single target damage. But the fusings, that's what saved us. And now we're unkillable. The speed that we're launching the balls is also insane. Get one more level up, get speed. Let's max the wind ball out. So this is the last little push before the boss. I really like how the walls open up, the arena gets bigger. It makes it harder to focus your damage. But it allows you to dodge stuff more. Let's see how fast we kill this guy. We're also so fast. So we should already have quite a bit of stacks on him. Yeah, but it's only showing this single number. And now he's doing a different spread attack pattern. And I saw a bit of the 38s, the 16s. And now he's switching over to the focused fire. He only did focused fire the last time we fought him. But with our speed, this is incredibly easy to dodge around. Last time we killed him when he summoned minions, so let's see if we can kill him faster this time. And he launches his hand, that's pretty cool. Give them stacks on stacks on stacks. He's just trickling down. And he's pretty much dead. We only got 100 gold for that. We got 2 gears, so we should be able to go to the second floor if there is one. So we did 250k damage with 600 DPS. And the Holy Hand Grenade only did 200k damage with about 300 DPS. So we're doing about double the damage, but we focused everything into one ball, so that sort of makes sense as well. So let's use the gear on the left and see what happens. And that's the end of the demo. I see. Well, this game still has a lot of content and a lot of balls, especially just for a demo. But having more floors, having more things added, that's going to be awesome. So I'm really excited and looking forward to that. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Later.